Hello, hello. This is Lisa Shiro with K Coaching, and I get to help people who feel stuck say no to that inner critic and yes to their inner rock star. So today I'm going to talk about three ways to eliminate clutter from your life and from your mind. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back. Lisa Shiro, K Coaching. So let's get going on this stuff. So here's what we know about anxiety. I'm also a mental health therapist, so we'll talk a little bit of mental health today. So what we know about anxiety is often when we are overwhelmed, whether it's at work, at school, at home, we tend to feel a little bit more anxious. Get my drift? So when we're a little more anxious, sometimes we kind of shut down. It's almost like we feel paralyzed, like there's too many choices, does not compute. Think about this for a minute. Have you ever been like, let's say you're at Best Buy and you're in there to buy a laptop, but instead of the salesperson telling you all about the latest and greatest laptop, he not only tells you about that, but he also adds a bunch of other information about a bunch of other different laptops there. And he's throwing numbers at you, and RAM and power and speed and what you can do with it and all this information and portability, and you're like, whoa, it's too much information, TMI. We go into kind of an anxious mode because of overwhelm, and we shut down. And have you ever actually walked out because you're like, is this too many choices? I just came in here for a laptop and I kind of knew what I want, but now I've got so many options, I'm kind of on shutdown. So I'm going to talk about just 1, 2, 3 ways, quick ways that we can kind of calm down the clutter from our mind and our life. And so the first way, number 1, is what I call geographic maintenance. Yeah, I came up with this. So maybe not a new concept, but I just put a different phrase to it. So here's the deal, geographic maintenance. Think about when a maid goes into a home. When a maid goes into a home, she's not likely to bounce around from the kitchen to the bathroom to the living room, taking things back and forth. She's likely to, for example, clean up the bathroom. Let's say she's in the master bathroom, but something belongs in the living room that's in the master bathroom. She's not going to run out and take it to the living room. She's practicing geographic maintenance. She is going to probably set it just outside the master bath. In fact, she's probably going to collect anything that doesn't belong in the master bathroom and put it just outside the door. Why? Because she's smart. She's leveraging her time and her energy. After all, she is wanting to get in and out of that house as quickly as she can. So that is why, for example, like a team of maids are often pretty good at cleaning a pretty big house pretty quickly, and sometimes people are like, wow, they did such a good job in such a short period of time. Well, that's why. So geographic maintenance. So next time you find yourself running from room to room, even at home, if you're doing laundry and you find a bunch of change in your pocket, don't run to the piggy bank to put it in. You don't need to waste your energy to go to that room. Just set it right next to the door. You'll catch it when you go out. Get my drift? And you can apply this into many areas of your life, by the way. So think geographic maintenance. What can I do to leverage my time in this place where I am right now to make the most of it, so I'm not spending energy running back and forth? Another thing that you can do is batching. Batching is number 2. This is another great way to leverage time and eliminate some of the clutter in your mind and in your surroundings. How can batching possibly do that, Lisa? Well, here's how. Let's say, for example, you're making, your son a sandwich for lunch. Well, why not make 3 or 4 sandwiches and seal them up and put them in the fridge? That way they're ready to go, right? Somebody looking for a quick snack and the kids are complaining there's not a good snack in there. Well, there you got something for adults and kids, right? A fairly healthy snack, and you've got sandwiches already made. You're already taking the time to do it. Another good example of batching is, another example, say, in the kitchen. If you're going to make a lasagna, why not make 3 or 4 of them? The work is about the same. It's pretty laborious as cooking goes. Why not make 3 or 4 of them? Seal them up and throw them in the freezer. You get my drift? You're saving yourself some time, right? And batching can be applied to lots of different areas. But if you talk to some of the more efficient, time-efficient people you know and you wonder how do they get it all done, they're likely batching things. So if there's things that you can do ahead of time and you've got an extra few minutes, go ahead and just do a bunch of them because you've already got the pieces and parts already there. And then the third way is really kind of single task management. And that is doing one thing at a time that requires your focus and not trying to, look at your phone and watch your son's concert and then also be checking, some other device like your laptop. I mean, just one thing at a time. So that's a case where batching isn't that useful. So for these kinds of things, we want to do one thing at a time. Just do that one thing. Don't try to spread yourself too thin. It's hard to do a lot of things really well, and you can't ride 10 horses at once, right? So for example, for single task management, one of the things that is helpful with that is put a time parameter around it, right? I kind of think of it like as almost like parentheses, like it's like, okay, 9 to 10, that's what I'm going to look at my taxes or update my receipts or something that takes some, some thinking brain activity, or I'm going to make those 2 important business phone calls. Like give it some time management, even with your free time. Guys, there's nothing wrong with doing some free time, some lazy me time. You want to watch an episode on Netflix? Great. Quit feeling guilty about it, but give it a single task management. Put some time parameters around it. And at 1 o'clock, it doesn't matter if you're done with the episode. It needs to be turned off because we're single task managing. Hope that helps. So to recap, geographic maintenance, right? Think maid service. Number 2, batching. Think sandwiches or lasagna. And number 3, single task management with time parameters. Think time parameters. Hope that helps. This is Lisa Shiro, and thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have a great day.